Hey, this is C&D channel. I'm Chris. This is Dave, and this is MMA for you. We're going to be doing our predictions for UFC 136, Edgar versus Maynard 3, which is going to happen on October 8th.
So before we doing this, I want to thank our sponsor, GoBusiness123.com. They're really helping a lot of new business owner. Even like the business owner has been doing business for a while. If you have a business consulting, give them a call. Go to their website www.gobusiness123.com, or if you wanted to do your website, go there as well. All right.
Okay. Cool, man. Well, let's go do this. We're going to start from the main event and go on down. So we are going to start with... And by the way, this card, dude, 2 title fights, 1 #1 contender fight, Damian Maia on the prelims,
Wow.
Anthony Pettis on the Spike prelims. I mean,
Wow.
this is Melvin Guillard's fight on the main card. You know, this is a stacked card. This is one of the best cards I've seen.
Yeah, this is a make me smile card. I mean, remember a couple episodes before I say, man, this card is so boring.
Mm-hmm.
This is different, man.
Yeah. Dude,
outstanding.
This is outstanding.
Well,
And
first thing, the most outstanding card, the Frankie Edgar.
versus Gray Maynard, man. You know, their
Tough choice, right?
Yeah, tough choice. Their second fight went to a draw. It was a lot of people said, and I have to agree, fight of the year, man. I mean, this was, Frankie Edgar lost a 10-8 round in the first round, and then rallied back and managed to get a draw. I mean,
Ridiculous.
It was just ridiculous. There's striking, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, counter-wrestling. Everything you want to see in MMA was in that fight, man. It was a great fight. And this time, man, I think the answer is going to win this. Frankie Dad's answer Edgar is going to beat the bully Gray Maynard.
When I pick up this fight, it's, oh my God, so troublesome, stressful too. Gray Maynard, I mean, he hasn't lost yet, right?
Nah, he is undefeated in his pro MMA career.
I mean, the guy is strong. The guy, I don't need to tell you how strong the guy is. The guy wrestling is pretty good. I mean,
pretty good. It's some of the best in the division, man.
There you go. I mean, I pick up Frankie Edgar, but I worry.
I worry too. For me, my prediction is predicated on one thing with combat sports: speed kills. Mm-hmm. I think that Frankie Edgar, as he's shown at the second round and past that he definitely has. I think he has the speed advantage over Gray Maynard. Mm-hmm. He also puts combinations a lot better. Mm-hmm. Throwing a lot of feints, and he was actually out wrestling Gray Maynard. Mm-hmm. In that second fight. I don't see Gray Maynard being able to replicate what he did in the first round of their second fight. I just can't see that.
I understand that, but still, Gray Maynard is no joke. I mean, his strength,
Yeah.
I mean, could he go in very strong, give everything he got in the first round, knowing that might be the last chance he had, just go at it, out-wrestle Frankie Edgar, out-power Frankie Edgar. We don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, one thing about this fight that's really interesting, too, is what type of fights it's going to be. I can honestly see this fight being a little more of a wrestling match this time around. But, it's hard to say. This is MMA. Anything can happen.
Anything goes.
Yeah. But I do have Frankie to answer Edgar winning this one.
Me too.
Okay, next fight after that, for the featherweight title, we have Jose Aldo versus Kenny Florian.
Another good fight, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Kenny Florian, the third time getting the championship,
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good.
He definitely is the Utah Jazz so far of of the UFC.
Can he get it this time? I say no.
Nah, man. Jose Aldo has definitely is gonna have the power advantage. He has more proven knockout power.
Yeah.
He has great head movement. If you saw against Mark Hominick, I mean, he was slipping his punches and countering. His leg kicks are brutal. His knees are brutal. His takedown defense is actually phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Some people might want to question Jose Aldo's cardio because of the Hominick fight, but for some reason I just can't see that problem in this particular fight. I believe he was actually reported that he had some sort of sickness coming into that fight or something.
Well, I agree with you. And talk about kick. Oh my god. His kick made me have a goosebump, dude.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Favorite fight?
Well, the guy's leg is black, okay? It's all bruises, man. I don't even know whether that leg is useful or not. He
And
probably laid me for like 2 weeks. I don't know.
I remember that fight because I think after the third round, his trainer actually carried him to the corner, back to his corner when the round ended. Kenny Florian actually is I would actually say his boxing's improving, but he does a lot of kicks himself.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch the Diego Nunes fight, he did get dropped. And I just kind of feel that if Diego Nunes is dropping Kenny Florian, Jose Aldo, I don't really see
Why not, right?
why not. I know MMA math there is kind of weird, but he's shown to have proven power, and proven counter punching abilities. Kenny could try and wrestle him. I've seen really stout takedown defense from Jose Aldo, and Kenny Florian isn't the best wrestler.
Yeah. But Kenny, he's a hardworking man, and he is all-rounded as he is.
Oh, he's very well-rounded.
He's great, but I just think this go to Aldo again.
Yeah.
I feel bad, though,
Yeah. I like Kenny Florian. He definitely is a thinking man's fighter. He fights smart.
But you're facing the Jose Aldo. I don't care how smart you are fighting. This guy's scary.
He is a scary guy, man.
Scary. All right.
Okay, next fight after that. It's pretty much a middleweight #1 contender fight as Chael Sonnen is going to fight the All-American Brian Stann.
Stann.
Don't
tell me you Chael Sonnen, the guy who cannot be. Well, I cannot say that, but the guy punched like 200 times to the Anderson Silva.
You know what though, man? That's a 5-round fight. This is only 3.
Okay.
So he can win a decision.
Okay.
Doing that strategy. That's the thing.
Pillow fist fighting, right? 200 times. Let's go.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I sorry, I have to interrupt you. You have your pillow fist, okay? My guy, man, he's heavy-handed, all right? It get him a couple punch. Chael Sonnen is done for good.
Chael Sonnen has shown to have a pretty good chin, but Brian Stann, I mean, this guy has some power in his hands and his knees, as shown in the Chris Lehman fight, man.
Who knocked out Chris Lehman? Nobody can knock out Chris Lehman. This guy did.
Yeah, this guy and Anderson Silva, and that's it. But I just don't think that Sonnen's going to let it go there. I think he's going to wrestle his way, really push forward, and get those power double legs on Brian Stann and keep him on the floor.
I agree. If that's what Chael Sonnen is going to do, that might be a little bit difficult. But I think Brian will make. Obviously we all know Chael Sonnen gonna wrestle. I think Brian just gonna watch out, boxing out, punt, really using his heavy hand, drop him before he come in.
And one thing is with Sonnen that I am concerned about is that he has had a very long layoff. He was suspended. So, you got to wonder if there's going to have a ring rust with the guy. And Brian Stann, I mean, he just recently beat Jorge Santiago.
Yeah.
Is really hitting his stride. The other thing is, too, you don't know. He does train, Brian Stann does train with Jackson's.
Yeah.
Maybe the game plan is, okay, if you get taken down by the power double leg, okay, this is how you're going to get up. And maybe they're just drilling, okay, how to get up, beat him on the feet. But when you have like a really superior wrestler like Chael Sonnen. And Stann has shown susceptible to wrestling. I mean, he was getting taken down by Mike Mazzenzio. Obviously, Phil Davis was doing it in 205. Krzysztof Szynski managed to take down Stann and submit him in 205. I just think that Sonnen definitely has the wrestling chops to grind him out.
But Brian, ever since he go to this division, he hasn't really lose. I mean, come on. The guy being pretty powerful and winning all the time. I think his training place definitely gonna teach him at least the basic defense. For Sonnen.
Cool, man.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Okay, next fight after that, we have some heavyweights as Mike Russo is gonna fight Dave Pee Wee Herman.
Right. Who do you got?
I got Mike Russo here. This guy has proven to have a really strong chin. This was a guy that was actually getting beat up by a hot prospect in Todd Duffy. He was actually getting jabbed a lot. He was getting outboxed. And he actually came from behind, managed to throw this, it looked like a Hail Mary hook / overhand right.
Wow.
And got the KO over Todd Duffy. This guy will keep fighting. He is a strong wrestler as well. He's actually more of a ground guy than a stand-up guy. But lately, when Russo fought John Madsen, he actually beat him on the stand-up as well.
I mean, your guy's impressive. I take Herman because the only thing that I concerned with is his motivation. Besides that, the guy got wrestling down. The guy have a heavy hand. I think the guy has everything that I need to win this fight besides the motivation.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, in his last fight against John Olaf, where his UFC debut and he TKO'd him, is that his corner after the first round actually said, you have to try harder. This was a guy that gets punched, is backing up against a cage and just smiles. It's almost like it's like he doesn't always take it seriously.
I know. I mean, it seems like he has much more to offer, but he's not giving it to us.
He definitely... Dave Herman, honestly, I would say is a more talented fighter than Mike Russo, but he doesn't have that motivation all the time. And that's honestly why I'm picking Russo to win this, because he does have the motivation. He has shown that, perseverance, and against a guy that has shown to be a bit wishy-washy.
Yeah. But I still say if he has the motivation, if somehow like he has motivation, I think he's calm head. He will beat the Russo.
Okay. Next fight after that, we have Melvin, the young assassin Guillard, versus Joe J-Law Lauzon. Who do you got for this, man?
Joe?
Joe, huh?
Why not? The guy's, dude, the guy is amazing, alright? I like the guy a lot. I mean, I don't know you. If you don't like the, BJJ.
I'm a fan of the guy.
No, I don't know, man. You didn't pick a hand. What's wrong with you? BJJ is pretty amazing, dude.
You know what? There are some concerns with Melvin Guillard. I do feel that he has been fixing a lot of the holes. This was a guy whose biggest hole was actually Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He would actually get submitted. He would actually jump into submissions, like guillotines and whatnot, whether it's against Joe Daddy Stevenson or Nick Diaz.
Okay. But you're talking about a guy has a great BJJ.
However, since then, and since he went to Jackson's camp, he has really plugged those holes. He fought two wrestlers, and Waylon Lowe and Shane Roller knocked him out. Evan Dunham, very strong Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, knocked him out. He beat Honeys Torres, stuffed some takedowns. He even got taken down by him, managed to get back to his feet. He is really plugging that hole these days. His striking is very dynamic. Guillard starts from the outside and goes in and gets out really fast with heavy hands as well.
You on the target, you are right. I still pick Joe Lauzon because I like the guy. And I know he has a problem with his gas tank.
Yeah.
He's great on the first run, then after that, good luck.
You know what though? That first man, he is awesome in that first round, man. It is just.
His first one's amazing.
Yeah.
He got everything you ever want to see, but after that, then good luck.
Yeah, you can't really maintain.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, emotional pick for me. You know, it is what it is.
One thing with Melvin Guillard is he's next in line he's pretty much next in line, arguably, after the winner of Ben Henderson versus Clay Guida. You know, I think he's above. You know, whether it's, you think Anthony Pettis is there, or Dennis Seaver, or Donald Cerrone, who are actually fighting each other later on, or on another card. But Melvin Guillard is very close to that title shot.
Yep, you might be right. Maybe I watched the fight, I would like him, but right now, Joe Lauzon is what my favorite is. Okay, moving forward.
Moving forward to Spike prelims.
Oh my god, this is prelim? You serious?
This is Spike prelim. This is Spike, the Spike card right now. So we got Damian Maia versus Jorge
Easy.
Santiago.
This can be like, you know, a main call or something.
Yeah, this could main event a fight night.
Yeah.
Easy.
Damian Maia.
Oh, Damian Maia all the way.
Yeah.
This guy, if you saw the Munoz fight, I mean, his boxing has really come a long way. And it's a steady progression, too. You actually saw it in the Dan Miller fight that his boxing has actually come along. His Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is really good, and his takedowns are very underrated. I think a lot of people really underestimate Damian Maia's takedown ability.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, Damian Maia, the only thing I always worry is his boxing. But now he had improved his boxing. His BJJ is amazing. His takedown is pretty good. People just underestimate him.
Yeah.
And we talk about the guy who has a weak chin. I mean, I'm pretty sure Damian Maia can boxing out.
Yeah, Maia isn't known to be a knockout type of guy, but he definitely plugged that hole in, which is really good. He went from, like, non-existent stand-up to, like, not just passable, just, like, average. Like, you know, it's good, you know, to good. Like, it's not great or anything, but it's, you know, it's like, and it's better than passable now, too. I mean, he actually kind of was hurting Mark Munoz.
No, I mean, you know, like you and me both train. I mean, for me, I start from the jiu-jitsu, go to the boxing. Tough, man. I don't know about you. That's not easy.
Boxing's tough, man, yeah. Stand-up's the hardest part to get.
Exactly. I mean, and he gets it, so I give him a lot of power, you know.
Yeah. Jorge Santiago is a well-rounded fighter himself. You know,
chin.
His weak chin, though. His strike, he does have good striking, you know, and strong Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well. I just think that.
But it's Damian Maia.
Yeah, Damian Maia is
I don't care how strong you have, you know, it's Damian Maia.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would argue that Santiago probably has the better stand-up than Maia, but he's at that point now where it's not this huge liability, in my opinion. It's not like this enormous liability now.
Yeah, the gap is not that big. No.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So it's all down to the takedown defense, takedown on the ground, and I just think Damian Maia dominating over there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So.
Okay. Next, right after that, we have Anthony Showtime Pettis versus the Little Heathen, Jeremy Stevens. This fight, to me, is actually really hard to pick.
I know who you pick.
Well, you know, I got to go for the guy who did the Showtime kick, and who's, you know, a young fight. Both these guys are pretty young fighters, actually. Mm-hmm. Both of them are pretty dynamic strikers, too.
They are. It's going to be a good fight to watch.
Yeah.
Well, they are all good fight to watch, but...
Yeah. Who do you got, man?
Definitely the opposite of yours. I know you got Anthony White.
Anthony Pettis has, like I said, dynamic striking.
Okay.
His takedown defense has been improving, and he's very strong off his back. Even though, you know, it's tough to say if the fight will go there. Mm-hmm. You know, it's really tough to say who's the better striking. I think Stevens has shown to have the more proven power.
Thank you. And the guys, you know, Stevens' kickboxing is pretty good. I mean, he's showing more grappling. You know, I mean,
he killed Danny Downs, man. He actually got Danny Downs in a Kimura, and dude, I thought he was gonna break his arm off.
see, I mean, I think Stephen have a. I mean, yes, they are close, but I think he has better kicking and striking a little bit better, and I think his grappling gonna be very useful. I don't know about his takedown, but I think this is gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be a very interesting fight. It's a tough one for me to call, but I have to go with Showtime, Anthony Pettis.
Fine, just pick it. Why I don't want to pick. Go. Next.
Hey, next fight after that, we got some. Now we're down to the prelim card as Joey Beltran is gonna fight UFC newcomer Stipe Miocic.
Joey Beltran.
I like Joey Beltran. I really
come
do.
on.
But you know what?
This is 10 o'clock. Don't do this to me. You want to pick Joey, right?
What does it being 10 o'clock have to do with anything?
I don't know. I'm just tossing there. What do you want, man?
Okay.
Joey is better. Okay?
I don't know about better. He's definitely the more resilient guy.
Well, isn't it? It's good to watch. You want to watch? Well, again, as a casual fan, I like him. It's interesting. It's entertaining. I like him.
What does that have to do with predicting, though?
Yeah. I like him. What's wrong with you?
Okay.
Okay, fine. I give you my 2 cents. He does not, emphasize does not, stop pushing forward.
Yeah.
He's just on your face.
Yeah.
Isn't that annoying?
Yeah, man. I mean, even in losing efforts against some Duke Rufus guys, Matt Mitrione and Pat Barry, I mean, Joey Beltran just kept pushing forward and he definitely keeps trying to win. He had a rock and sock and robot type fight against Aaron Rosa in his last bout. And Miocic is, it's his first fight in the UFC, so you really don't know how he's going to do. He has some very strong kickboxing. He wears Crow Cop's trunks, actually, or style trunks for that reason. But, he's a prospect in the heavyweight division. And I think Beltran's a really good test. If you can't beat Beltran, you're not really going anywhere really in the heavyweight division.
I just think Joey gonna win because obviously this guy don't give damn. I mean, not just that, he has really strong chin. I mean, I don't think you a new guy can knock him out. No, and the plus not constantly push forward for the newbie. I don't know how he gonna handle it.
Yeah, I worry for Stipe, but I want to see the prospect get the win here. Okay, next right after that, we have Darren Elkins versus Taekwon Zhang.
You pick the same guy I pick, right?
You know what, man? I'm going with Zhang, but I worry because Elkins is a very strong wrestler.
You know what's Zhang's nationality, right?
What, Chinese?
He's my kind, man.
Yeah.
Mongolian, man.
He is the Mongolian wolf, yes.
Mongolian people, you know what they do in the outside the freaking field? They wrestle, man. This guy is the only guy in Chinese I actually know has a good BJJ.
Well, yeah, man. They wrestle other humans for their meat.
Yeah. So? They wrestle wolf too. They wrestle cow. They eat them. So that makes us strong, Wow, we eat people. You happy now? Jesus Christ.
You know what though? Taekwon Zhang, I do worry about his cardio. Against Danny Downs. But I think that's at 155. So, he is down to 145. He has beaten guys like Pablo Garza. And I think he beat Jason Reinhardt last time. He does have really strong judo, and his Brazilian jiu-jitsu is legit. He has some really good guillotine as well.
That's how you guillotine a freaking wolf, man.
Oh, maybe a guy like Elkins who's shooting in. How about that?
Fine.
It's a close fight though. I'm honestly kind of going more on the Asian brother too. Actually,
of course, come on.
But both guys definitely have avenues to win. I think a lot of people probably don't like Elkins also for the Omigawa debacle as well. So I'm going with Zhang. It's kind of more of a favoritism pick than anything else.
I know. But
but that's not to say he can't win. He legitimately does have
the chance to win.
You know, strong takedowns in his judo and Brazilian jiu-jitsu as well.
Absolutely.
Okay, next fight after that we got bad boy Leonard Garcia versus Nam. An Asian brother can't get no love.
I know, right? What's wrong with that, you know? Dude, I don't care. Nan will be my pick. You know, I support Asian tonight.
This was a guy that he won against Leonard Garcia in the first fight. I don't... That was the... If there was, like, the worst judging I've seen besides, like, B.B. Easton, it's that. I mean, it was so painfully clear that Nam Phan beat Leonard Garcia. And yet, Garcia somehow got the split decision. I mean, it was such an obvious robbery.
I'm telling you, Asian brothers just don't get love, you know? It's like, this is not a statement anymore. It's just obvious truth. You know, I think Nam will win. I actually don't know. You know, I think he will win.
He won the first time.
Whoa, who knows the judge are gonna do, you know?
Okay.
Well, he lost.
Outside of the judging.
Of course, he got
like.
Yeah, duh.
He's definitely the more technical striker. I mean, Leonard Garcia, I mean, the guy punches so much air, it's not even funny. You know, it's not even Garcia's fault. It's mainly just, like, the bad judging and the way MMA works with the whole octagon to control and aggression thing.
Stupid. If it's not clearly, I don't know what you need to do. But anyway, Nat has a great body punch. I love that. I love the body punch. You know, when I practice, I want to do just like him. The body punch is amazing. His striking is pretty good. I think Asian brother will be, you know, like Garcia or whatever, you know, if the judge doesn't go blind again.
Let's just go on to the next fight as Eric Red Schaefer is making his UFC return to the middleweight division as he fights Aaron the A-Train Simpson.
Bye-bye, Eric. Simpson gonna kill you.
You know what? I like Eric Schaefer, but he is making... I think this might be his first cut to 185. I'm not too sure. He has good enough hands. His strength is in his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But Aaron Simpson's wrestling, man.
Dude, we're talking about the guys that good wrestling.
And his power in general.
Scary, man.
I mean, think of, like, the Bader fight. Bader versus Schaefer, but in middleweight. It's like Aaron Simpson probably just going to take him down, do some ground and pound, avoid submissions, rinse and repeat. And even at the stand-up, I mean, the guy has huge power, too. It's not like Eric Schaefer has, like, this great stand-up or anything. I would pretty much say they're pretty equal there. And I think Aaron Simpson, if he catches him, he might knock him down or TKO or KO.
I mean, just knock him down and then, you know, Simpson gonna go, you know, wrestle on top, you know, grand pound. It's just gonna be brutal.
Okay. And the final fight of the night, as we have two middleweights, Steve Cantwell is gonna fight Mike Mesenzio.
My Steve.
You know what? Steve Cantwell, I kind of like the guy enough.
Kinda?
Just kind of, you know.
What's wrong with the guy?
He has good kickboxing, and his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is good. This is a guy who broke a guy's arm in the UFC because the other guy wouldn't tap from the armbar. He has been out on the shelf for a long time, though.
I know.
Mike Mesenzio has shown in many of his fights, even in the Krzysztof Szynski fight, this guy just keeps shooting. I mean, he is pretty much a pure wrestler in MMA with some really good grappling chops as well.
I mean, I do worry about the wrestling, but I think that Steve, you know, kickboxing can save him. You know, I mean, you know, the knee, the kick can keep distance, and don't forget his BJJ is pretty damn good. I think on the ground he can protect himself. The only thing I worry is just what you say. He has been out of the field for a while. Can he do it?
Yeah, and yeah, that plus the fact that Mike Mesenzio is mainly a wrestler, and I think he'll probably just try and take the fight to the ground a lot, is why I'm going with Mesenzio.
But if anything, you know, what's Mike gonna get? A decision?
Yeah.
But, you know, Steve can knock you out, you know?
Well, that's pretty much it for our prediction for UFC 136. Yeah. So.
Well, thank you guys for your support, and please continue making friends with us and subscribe us and give us comments. What can we do better? Especially like this show. It's the first time we put the main event in the, you know, the front and then go from
Well,
there,
yeah,
right?
together, yeah.
Together,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, I've done it by myself, but
Fine, do it without me, damn it.
yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Please leave any comments. Visit our sponsor, GoBusiness123.com.
Thank you.
And yeah, that's pretty much it for MMA for you. Thank you guys very much.